Hey, good evening, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. Hello, how are you? Hope you're having an interesting Wednesday. It is church night here on the Malloy program in honor of all those nights I used to go to prayer meeting on Wednesday nights with my grandparents. We'll get to that a little bit later. This hour is being sponsored by Chris in New York, who writes, this is a reminder to all Truth Seekers to sign up for a podcast subscription and sponsor an hour of the program. Chris in New York. Thank you, Chris, very much. Earlier today, I got an email from one of our regular emailers, Miami Trucker. He says, Mike, even organized crime has more honor than the NRA after this ad. What he's talking about is the ad that goes after Obama's children. Now, this is how bloodthirsty this is becoming. And I'll explain it a little bit later on tonight, but I really do think that the right wing in this country is tilting us toward real chaos. And I mean really. Miami Trucker writes, here, let me be less diplomatic. He says, even in organized crime, there's an honor code that if you're going after someone, you don't go after the family, the wife, the kids, the mother. And if this were a Democrat going after a Republican president's kids, the right-wing evil rat, and I can't say those words, would be yelling bloody murder at the top of their blanking lungs. So keep it up, you freaks, because even though you're only appealing to a small minority of blanking lunatics on the right, the majority of normal people, when you do this, will keep rejecting your ideology. Now, what he's talking about is this ad from the NRA, and I thought this was about as low as it was going to go today. But in a new web video, NRA calls President Obama an elitist hypocrite because he uses the Secret Service to protect his children. I mean, for Christ's sake. George W. Bush signed a directive 4 days before he left office. George W. Bush signed a directive 4 days before he left office authorizing the Secret Service to provide a period of extended protection for his daughters, Jenna and Barbara. Bill Clinton also had authorized extended coverage for his daughter, Chelsea. The Secret Service asked that the period of additional protection be kept confidential. Now, I don't remember hearing any of this about Bush or Clinton. But Bush and Clinton are white men. These goddamn racist, deranged people in this country are really pushing us someplace that I don't think they want to go. Like I said, if they think their little AR-15 semi-autos are going to protect them against a platoon of Marines or a squad of Rangers who are sent out to clean the scum out of this country, and you know who I mean, don't you? You think those AR-15s are going to matter worth a goddamn? Oh, please. You little boys with your toy guns in a showdown. And what's this tyranny you're talking about, you little scum suckers? In a showdown with a platoon of Marines, all of you will disappear in a heartbeat. Oh, you think you own the Marines? I don't think so. The ad that I'm talking about, posted to the NRA's Stand and Fight website, goes after Obama for opposing the NRA's ridiculous half-assed proposal to increase the number of guns in schools as a way to prevent shootings like the Sandy Hook massacre. The ad says, quote, are the president's kids more important than yours? Then why is he skeptical about putting armed security in our schools when his kids are protected by armed guards at their school? Mr. Obama demands the wealthy pay their fair share of taxes, and he's just another elitist hypocrite when it comes to a fair share of security. Protection for their kids, gun-free zones for ours. I don't know how to comment on this without going completely berserk. I thought this was the worst that could possibly come out until I heard this filthy, disgusting Pigman today. This is what he said about Obama's press conference with 4 kids on the stage who had written him letters.
Obama uses kids as human shields. He brings these kids, supposedly who wrote letters to the White House after Newtown. It's going to be very difficult to oppose it. You got these little kids there. They don't want to die. And how can you not listen to them?
Listen to this.
You've got to do something. That's the picture.
Listen to this. Play it again. Play it again.
Obama uses kids as human shields.
Listen to this.
He brings these kids, supposedly who wrote letters to the White House after Newtown. It's going to be very difficult to oppose it. You got these little kids there. They don't want to die. And how can you not?
Oh my God.
Listen to them. You've got to do something. That's the picture.
Mocking dead children. I mean, the attack against the woman, who is the woman, Kathy? Sandra Fluke. That cost Limbaugh 40 or 50 of his advertisers was bad enough. But this? Now, if you have parents, play it again. If you have children, play it again, Kathy. I want people to hear this. Listen, this is how Limbaugh goes after dead children.
Obama uses kids as human shields. He brings these kids, supposedly who wrote letters to the White House after Newtown. It's going to be very difficult to oppose it. You got these little kids there. They don't want to die. And how can you not listen to them? You've got to do something. That's the picture.
You filthy bastard. You filthy man. You know, I've said on this program a lot of times, I don't believe in evil. I really don't. I believe in craziness. I believe in people who go berserk. But this son of a bitch personified, if ever evil could be rolled into a huge fat mass, this is it. This guy, this Limbaugh. This is one of the most vile human beings ever to live. If Limbaugh had the power, he would open gas chambers. If Limbaugh had the power, he would line people up against the wall and execute them. If Limbaugh had the power, he would destroy children because he can't have any. The only thing he sees in children is sex partners. This is a sick, degenerate, evil man. Why is he on the air? This is not First Amendment protected speech. This son of a bitch is evil, rotten to the core. I know, and you know, that eventually Limbaugh will say whatever he comes up with. I don't know how he can get any worse than this. But somebody someplace is going to listen to him, and that'll be it. Unbelievable. We'll be right back.